analytics are really about telling the story. It's so much more about communication than anything else. And you're demonstrating what is going to happen versus what did happen or what you think is going to happen, in just using numbers that really, like a picture, is worth 1,000 words. I think a data point is worth a hell of a lot more than that. And
Yes.
you're able to move people in a way, hundreds of people in a way, when they look at the number and they know what to do. I mean, think about what happens if Microsoft stock dropped 30 points today. People would run to sell. All they have to see is Microsoft down 30 points. I'm going to go sell. That's all they have to see. And you've now created meaningful action that's communicated via numbers. So when we say measure what matters, we say, what are the pieces of information that we need. We don't even have to communicate in any other way. We don't need to have a meeting about. We don't need to have a press release about. No one has to tweet about. If you just saw the number, we all know where to run. We know exactly what to do. Without organizing, we know what to do. That's the signal. And so we need to find out what those data points are. Now, to your point, we can measure anything. What do we do? Spend all of our lives measuring things. So I'm a big believer in passive data collection. Whatever it takes to get the numbers together in a way that doesn't require anyone to expend any energy at all of any kind. I don't need to go and fill out a timesheet. I don't need to, try and calculate, some kind of percentages of something. We need to really employ processes. At least that's what we do. Employ processes to be able to do that as passively as possible, and then test them, because the most important things to measure today are probably not going to be the most important things to measure a year from now. It's going to constantly adjust. You're going to have new ideas, new initiatives. You're going to enter into new markets, which have brand new measures themselves. But don't stop measuring, especially if it doesn't cost you anything to collect that data passively, because a lot of times you're going to encounter really hard problems that are hard to answer. And every time somebody has to answer a problem, they get with it trying to go find the evidence that supports their conclusion, or somehow helps to validate a thought process or validate a direction that they need to go. And that data collection takes a long time. It takes a long time everywhere. I mean, check out CSI. They spend the entire episode is about going and talking to people, trying to gather data. So don't stop gathering that data passively, even if you don't know what you're going to do with it. If it doesn't cost you anything to keep the data, and I can go back in time and see something happened here and go back and look at the data and analyze and start to see a data point that maybe I thought was completely irrelevant to what I'm analyzing, but I notice it turned right around the time that a problem started to emerge. Well, now you learn a lot more about your business than you might not have even knew that you had to, that you were, or had the awareness that there was a critical element, kind of underlying and underpinning, and that sometimes becomes that 1% that gives life to the other 99%.